Hey guys, so I am just going to show you guys like a bird's eye view of everything that I talked about in my video of like what I'm using. So this is just a close-up view so that way you guys can see exactly what's going on here with all the study stuff. So let's start with the Bible. So in the Holy Bible, this is the King James Version. It's from Thomas Nelson. I got it on Amazon. It's called Journal the Word Bible. Let me see if I can't flip to it. Anyway, it's called Journal the Word Bible, and I will leave it linked down below. So here is Matthew. This is my color code. So these are just the topics, and then everything falls under here. So it's of how I have just chosen to highlight the scriptures. So there's my color code really fast. And then, yeah, so we just start with Matthew. I just wrote like on the top like something that this page focused on. So I wrote here like Christ's lineage is set forth as foretold by the prophets, because that's really important that his lineage is set forth because Isaiah prophesied that he would be from the house of David. So it's really important there. Then I just wrote like Joseph's characteristics, so like what verses you can find these in. I tried to do some like hand lettering there, but I'm not very good. And then on this side, I just wrote more information about Joseph and Mary that I learned from the chapter. So that's that one. And then this is Luke 1. Luke, I did a lot more. So I put Mary and Elizabeth up here as the title. For this one, I haven't put anything yet, but it probably will be about John the Baptist. So I wrote about Luke, and I wrote about the angel came to Zacharias because he was in the right place at the right time. That's when God can answer his prayer. So that really stood out to me from this whole story. So just, that's kind of what I do. As you can see, like highlight and write the scriptures down. I put John the Baptist is born because he's born there on that section. Verse 79, to give light to them that sit in darkness, Christ is that light, and John is giving them that light that will help us out of depression and help us feel better. And I just really, that stood out to me too, since I struggle with anxiety and depression. So that's how I do my notes in my journaling Bible. So there you go for that. That is the first source that I talked about. Then we have our Come Follow Me curriculum. If you guys haven't seen this yet, it's super awesome. So let me just turn to the first chapter here. It was on Matthew 1 and Luke 1, and I love it because it talks about like who were Matthew and Luke, and it just goes through who they were, and it talks about the faithful willingly submit to God's will, and it talks about Mary's response to the angel. So it says the angel's words to Mary. And then it says, the Lord is with thee. And then it has this column for message for me. The Lord is aware of my situation. Sorry, my baby is sick. So if you hear her coughing in the background, it's kind of sad. She's okay. She's just sick. Mary's reactions and how I can learn from her reactions. And then you can just go through the rest of the story and add it. So I really like it. And it also has beautiful pictures to go along. So that's an awesome resource. Okay, the next one is this New Testament study guide, which I know a lot of people really wanted me to flip through. So let me find the first one, which is here. Matthew 1 and Luke 1. So for Matthew 1 and Luke 1, we have the lineage of Christ, and it has these boxes broken down, so you can write your own thoughts here. You could write about everything here instead of in the journaling. It has these pages where it just talks about like who were Matthew and Luke. God's blessings come in his own time. The faithful, it talks about those headers that were like in the manual, in this manual. Then it talks about make a plan for how to study the scriptures with your family. And then it just goes on to the next part. So I really like this study guide because it has a lot of like you can just break down the scriptures in any way that you want to and write your notes, more notes here. So if I had more to say that I couldn't fit in my Bible, then I could put it here. So, okay, so there's that. Then I showed you guys the, let's see here, what did I show you? The Ensign. This is just our Ensign for the church. This is the general conference addresses. So we will be studying those. But then this month's Ensign has my favorite article on Mary ever. And I highly encourage you guys to read it. I need to read it again here, but look at this beautiful picture of Mary. Oh, sorry for the glare. There we go. It just has this beautiful article about her. It talks about Nazareth, Mary's home. It talks about Mary's call, like how the angel Gabriel came to her. It talks about an inspired question, how she, like, how shall this be when I have not known a man? And it talks about, like, why that was an inspired question. It talks about a disciple's willingness, how Mary was willing to do what God wanted her to do. Mary's example for us, and then it's just a really, really good article. So, highly recommend you pick up this month's issue of the Ensign so that you can read these articles. And I'm assuming that every month is going to have awesome articles pertaining to what we're studying in Come Follow Me. So, then for my daughter, I have the Friend. So, I just wanted to show you guys this, and then the Friend Junior is on the back. So for the Friend Junior, I like this story. This is like perfect for a 3-year-old and a Sunbeam to understand, really. And it just goes over what we're learning. So this is an awesome option too. Okay, that's everything I'm using, and I hope you guys liked it. If you have questions, leave them down below, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.